Well, welcome to the pivotal point of the match. For the lucky few, the last 3 days is the deciding moment for the Yusho, that's to say the tournament. Sometimes there's a clear front runner. At this stage, sometimes it's very close and needs to go to extra deciding bouts on the last day or on the Senshuraku. Currently, Kotomitsuki is clearly in the lead, but it's not in the bag yet for him. Here he is, coming up into the ring. And let's see how our big man shape up on the last 3 days. Well, there you can see the various scores. Quite a few wrestlers have dropped out. Miyabiyama's retired, Chio Taikai's retired, Kaiho's retired. That's 3 Ozeki out. There's only 1 Ozeki left in there. That's Musoyama. He's got a reasonable score, 9 wins and 3 losses. Tochiazuma also with 9 wins and 3 losses. But Kotomitsuki with 11 wins and 1 loss. Now on to our first bout between Takatoriki and Oginishiki. Takatoriki in his 1,367th sumo bout, so he's certainly been around. He's been in the top division since 1990, that's 11 years. Has recently dropped out of it, though, down to Juryo, but he's still popping in and out of the Makuuchi division. He started in 1983, quite some time ago. Oginishiki wins that one with oshidashi. That's 7th win for him, 7th loss for Takatoriki. Aminishiki, son of a fisherman, always traditionally a source of sumo wrestlers in the past. Fishermen were meant to have good balance from balancing on their small fishing boats. A touch and go there, almost looked as though Otsukasa had Aminishiki on the run, but Aminishiki spins him over there with the overarm throw, uwatenage, win for Aminishiki. That's 7th win for him, 7th loss for Otsukasa. Hamanishiki. Another Nichidai ex-amateur stable Nichidai fighter. Very much stimulated by Kotomitsuki's astounding win so far. So he's got 8 wins, doing very well. Kotoryu with 6 wins. Kotoryu there makes all the going though. Drives him out with that run at the end. That was 7 wins for Kotoryu. And 5th loss for Hamanishiki. For most of these wrestlers, except for the 2 or 3 that might be in the race for the Emperor's Cup, it's key thing is how many wins and losses they can get before the end. They need to be around the 8-win mark to be safe. Daizen, his family apparently run an ikebana shop. That's the Japanese art of flower arranging. He's an unlikely source for a sumo wrestler. Against Hayateumi, they never fought before. Daizen at 36 years old, some 10 years senior to Hayateumi. Well, there's a big powerful lift there from Daizen. It's a bit like Tsuriyagi, that's just a straightforward lift up and drop out. And Hayateumi, the young 26-year-old, dumped outside. No prize money, quite noticeable. There's not too much prize money now going for the wrestlers. Sumo's not quite so much money in sumo now as there used to be. Well, that reflects the economic conditions in Japan. Quite a few bums on seats here, but we haven't seen those banners that they always show when it's a full house. I think I've seen it once so far this basho. Now we've got Kyokutenho, part of a sumo rock band. They're fighting Kaiho. They've had 6 head-to-heads previously. Kyokutenho's won 4 of them. That's Kaiho only 2, but that's evened it up somewhat. 3rd win in their head-to-heads for Kaiho. 9th win for Kaiho. That's same result as he had in the previous basho, 9 wins. And that's the 5th loss for Kyokutenho. Previous basho he had 8 wins. So both of these wrestlers doing well. They both got kachikoshi in 2 consecutive basho, and they're both near the top of the Magasho ranking, so they'll move up a bit. Now Tamakasuga 153 kilos. Higonoumi, 151 kilos. Higonoumi on the left there, injured. You can see he's taped up. Shoulder and elbows, both arms. And as Tamakasuga does the hatakikomi, the slap down, it's normally translated as slap down. More often not, it's just a hand on the back of the neck and it's a pull down. And that was more like a pull down, although there is a technique called hikiotoshi, pull drop, which is very similar. So now we have Kotomitsuki. Now he needs, as I said before, it's a similar situation. He needs to win this one, and he'll win the bout today if both Musayama and Tochiazuma lose today. So here fights Takanowaka. They fought 3 times previously. Kotomitsuki's won 2 of them. So he needs all the wins he can get from now on. Very important for him, unless he wants to go to a decider on the day one. Determined Morozashi there. That's 2 hands deep inside, right round Takanowaka's body. And a very determined push to the edge. And a yorikiri win at the end of that. So let's see from now on how Musayama and Tochiazuma do. So that's 12 wins now and 1 loss. Let's watch this one again. Kotomitsuki, we know he analyzes his opponents in advance. He carries memory of what they do. He knows exactly how they're going to come out, or he thinks he knows how they will come out from the tachi-ai, the crouch down, any possible changes they might make. Works it out in advance, and he follows his game plan on the day. He does him, stands him in very good stead, usually. Here's the man with 12 wins so far and only 1 loss. Hanamichi, Flower Road. Asashoryu fights Tokitsuumi. Tokitsuumi at 133 kilos. Asashoryu 130 kilos, very even. Asashoryu with 8 wins and 4 losses. Tokitsuumi with 6 wins. Tokitsuumi's beaten Asashoryu twice before. See if Asashoryu feels jinxed about that. Now Tokitsuumi's got that right arm on the inside. That's the inserted hand, the sashite as it's called. He's using that one. Asashoryu struggling a little bit there, but Tokitsuumi stays very close to him and has got him right on the edge, but that's a determined fight there from Asashoryu. He certainly doesn't give in. It's what is known in sumo as nokoru. That's hanging on in there regardless of what pressure you're under, and he's certainly very good at that. But he's a lightweight wrestler. Whether he can ever go on to become Yokozuna, who can say? Certainly seems a bit small for it. But there again, Wakanohana wasn't so big either, but he didn't last long as a Yokozuna. Now Kotonowaka fights Kotonowaka, who's married his stable boss's daughter, which means he'll eventually take over the stable. These two have fought 21 times previously. Kotonowaka's won 13 of them. Oh, there's a nice hatakikomi there from Kotonowaka. So he keeps up his superiority over Tosanoumi in their head-to-heads. 7th loss for Tosanoumi and 7th win for Kotonowaka. Powerhouse Wakanosato fights veteran Takanonami. In fact, well, they're both veterans. Well, they look like veterans, actually. Wakanosato is 25 years old. Takanonami is 29. Takanonami came into Makuuchi Sumo in 91, whereas Wakanosato came in 98. So certainly, Takanonami is the veteran, Wakanosato the relative newcomer. Well, there's some uneven starts there. It's so important, this. It's one of the chief judge there objecting to the start, telling them to get a grip. So eventually, Wakanosato comes in, pushes in slightly ahead, gets that skui grip. That's the scoop, that's round and under the armpit. And a win there, sukuinage. Twist and a spin over with a bit of assist under the armpit of Takanonami's armpit. And some prize money for Wakanosato, who incidentally started sumo at primary school. Quite a lot of children here in Japan do sumo in primary school. It's quite interesting to watch national primary school championships. All the kids, thousands of kids who do it. So win there. Dejima fights Kyokushuzan. Bit more like his old self. Kyokushuzan hardly in that fight. Dejima comes out hard and fast, gets the feet moving. That's the Dayashi. Locks around and then drives Kyokushuzan out with yorikiri. Now Tochiazuma, if he loses this one, that means Kotomitsuki is a step closer to taking the title on day 13. If he wins it, however, against Tochinonada, it's a different matter. Tochiazuma whacks in hard there with the head, pushes into the elbows of Tochinonada, keeps driving him forward, and then right at the edge reverses direction. There you see what I mean about Kotomitsuki wearing his glasses. Makes him look quite an intellectual character. It's his trademark, as he says, his glasses. So there he was interested to see whether Tochiazuma would win or not. So certainly that means he cannot now, Kotomitsuki cannot now win on day 13. Musoyama, the lone Ozeki, fights Tamanoshima. They fought twice previously. Musoyama's won 2 of them. There's a good head-banging start from Musoyama. Drives his head in, keeps the power going. Tamanoshima weathering the attack, coming back a little bit hard. Tamanoshima's a skillful wrestler. He's had a good. He's only been in 5 Makuuchi bashos, including this one, but he's had good results so far. So he's not a pushover. 12 wins last time. 5 before that. That wasn't a good basho for him. The one before that, he had 11 wins. So Musoyama keeps the power going. He's trying to drive him out. Tries a leg hook. There's a Sotogaki win from Musoyama at the end of all that. He was trying to drive him out, but with a straightforward yorikiri, but Tamanoshima stopped that. Then he tried some twist overs. Yet again, that was stopped by Tamanoshima. And then right at the end of that last run, he hooks his leg round. So an abrupt change of technique there paid off for Musoyama. It's hard and furious, these bouts. They're over in seconds, but they put a lot into those seconds. There's one of the failed twist overs. There's another one. There's the leg hook there. That made all the difference. So Musoyama takes his 10th win. It's a famous Japanese actress there. That's Yoshiko Tanaka watching. No doubt a fan of Musoyama's. Now the concluding bout of day 13. Sashimaru with 7 wins. Well, this is amazing. Here we are, day 13, and he hasn't even got Kachikoshi yet. Toki, who's got 6 wins. They fought 9 times previously. Sashimaru has won all 9 of those previous head-to-heads. Well, Toki's doing his usual wild act. He's not a particularly skillful wrestler, but Sashimaru has just locked in on the belt. That gives him a chance to use his massive bulk. Some 45 kilos heavier than Toki. Yeah, he's just driving forward, leaning on him, powering him down. Toki hanging on the edge there, fighting back hard. A lot of pressure being applied to Toki's lower back there, as that huge bulk of Sashimaru just bears down on him. So eventually, Sashimaru takes his 8th win and Kachikoshi on day 13. Not a good basho for the Yokozuna here, and that was the 7th loss for Sashimaru. Sorry, correction, 7th loss for Toki. Sashimaru seems to have woken up a little bit so far. Well, at the end of day 13, Kotomitsuki in the lead, 12-1, Musoyama and Tochiazuma with 10 wins and 3 losses. So it's shaping up for a Kotomitsuki win, but let's just see what happens on day 13. Stay with us, we'll be back very shortly.